I do not identify myself as an atheist. Ako po ay isang non-believer ng Diyos.
Very good, Nico David.
Yeah. Teka lang, pag-i-iwine, ano bro? Ang gulo ng logic, araw-araw. You came online to make your stand, to make it clear. Pero yung sinabi mo, the biggest contradiction of the year. Let's break it down. Sabi mo, I'm not an atheist, okay, sige, I get it. Tapos ang kasunod, I'm an unbeliever, wait a minute. Pero anong pinagkaiba? Paki-explain. You're playing with words, a futilist semantic game. Check the dictionary, di naman yan sobrang deep ang adil, say without God. Basic yan, baka you're asleep. You built a whole new sentence just to say the same damn thing. Trying to sound profound, pero yung bell, it doesn't ring. Naguguluhan ka sa sarili mong stand. Umiikot-ikot, lost in your own little land. You say you're agnostical, that's about what you know. But you don't believe, bro, that's atheism on the low. Huwag kang magtago sa term na kalala mo shield. You're an agnostic atheist, the truth has been revealed. Hindi ka fence-sitter, wala ka sa gitna. Kung di ka naniniwala, atheista ka, tanggapin mo na. Second point, your agnosticism is a logical mess. Neither believe nor disbelieve, that's a definite no, not a yes. Wala kang pwesto sa gitna, yan ay fallacy. It's law of excluded middle, basic philosophy. Puma forma kappa with Hawking and quantumatics. Dropping big words, parang dumaan sa matics. You explained it all so well, why God is not required. Tapos sa dulo sasabihin, my position's not inspired. You gave us all the reasons for a rational non-belief, then slapped on a different label for your own relief. Naguguluhan ka sa sarili mong stand. Umiikot-ikot, lost in your own little land. You say you're agnostical, that's about what you know. But you don't believe, bro, that's atheism on the low. Huwag kang magtago sa term na kalala mo shield. You're an agnostic atheist, the truth has been revealed. Hindi ka fence-sitter, wala ka sa gitna. Kung di ka naniniwala, atheista ka, tanggapin mo na. Tapos nung naipit, biglang abogado ang dating. Nang nag-corner sa logic, konstitusyon ang kinuquote mo, pre. Article 3, Section 5, freedom of belief. That's a different topic, man, a total red herring, good grief. Walang umaaway sa karapatan mo, that's not the point at all. Ang issue dito ay ang logic mo that's about to fall. You ran from the definition, lumipat ng arena. Cause you know your argument has more holes than a hyena. So here's the lesson for today, the final simple truth. You're free to not believe in your age or in your youth, but don't twist the definitions, wag mo nang paikutin. A non-believer is an atheist, kahit anong sabihin. Your science is sound, your legal rights are true, but your self-identification, sorry, that ain't you. Agnostic atheist, it is what it is. Class dismissed.
Yo!
I do not identify
Shoutout
myself as an
sa iyo
atheist. Ako
and
po ay
Rhino
isang
Nonsense,
non-believer
Arlax Daily
ng
Dose, Reds.
Diyos.
Very good, Nico David.
Oh. Sesa, Soybe Music,
Teka lang,
The Alpha,
pag-iiwain,
Dami
ano
Ebas,
bro?
Mel Geneta,
Ang gulo ng logic,
Moonsaver,
You
Rex
came online
Adams,
to make your
Arlax Daily
stand, to
Dose,
make it
Chibi,
clear. Pero yung
I'm
sinabi
Vinci.
mo, the biggest contradiction of the year. Let's break it down. Sabi mo, I'm not an atheist, okay, sige, I get it. Tapos ang kasunod, I'm an unbeliever, wait a minute. Pero anong pinagkaiba?
tatakas ka pa, incompetent ka nga sa logic. Incompetent ka nga sa logic eh. Hindi mo makita. Tama, thumbnail mo pa lang, tapos ka na. Ano to? Believe it ba yan or not? Ano, believe it ba yan o wrong spelling? Hindi mag-rant na ako nito. Believe it or not, right? Ano ibig sabihin ng believe it or not? O, sabi natin believe it or not. It's either believe it or not believe it. Di ba? Okay, tama, di ba? Okay, tama ba? Tama ba? Okay. It's either God exists or God doesn't exist. Right? Oh. Nasaan ka doon? Wala kang pwesto sa gitna doon, tanga. Law of excluded middle. Patanga-tanga kasi nga incompetent ka sa logic. Wala kang alam. Pati nga scientific. Tamo natatawa ako sa iyo eh. Sabi niya sa isang content niya, meron daw siyang talent pag-connect-connectahin yung mga bagay-bagay. Tanga, hindi talent yun. Hindi talent yun. Flow yun. Ano ka ba naman? Pinagmamalaki mong talent yun. Eh, ganun ang lahat ng tao. Kaya nga maraming chismosa, tanga. Descriptive status ng tao yun. Anong talento? Talento pag connecting yung bagay. Flow yun, tanga. Yun nga yung point eh. Yun nga yung point ng mga confirmation bias. Gets mo rin talaga eh, no? Poker player tapos playing safe. Kaya pala hindi gumaling dyan. Kaya nga daming conspiracy theories. Kaya nga, di ba? Walang pinagkaiba kay Sian Gas. Di ba? Magaling daw siya pag connectin yung mga mga bagay-bagay. Tapos talent niya daw yun. Tanga, hindi talent yun, flow yun. Pag ginamitan mo ng logic yan, tapos ka. Kaya nga fish sa poker yan. Di ba? Pinagmalaki niya pa. Hindi mo nga dapat ginagawa, pinagmamalaki mo pa. Ang galing mo. Oh, tingnan natin tingnan natin, oh.
Tulad po ng iba't ibang mga influencers, no? Na sinasabi nila na hindi daw po enough ang apology ng Bini. Malamang hindi magiging enough sa inyo ang apology ng Bini. Kasi wala naman sa pagkatao nyo ang tinatawag na repentance.
Repent!
Mali ka na nga, tama ka pa rin para sa sarili mo. Doon taas at actually kapal. Doon mo lang makikita ang repentance kapag binuksan mo ang iyong puso at kaluluwa sa taas. At actually, naniwala ka dapat.
I do not identify myself as an atheist. Ako po ay isang non-believer ng Diyos.
Very good, Nico David.
So, how's it going mga kamatis,
How's it going, di ba? Tingnan natin. Tingnan mo yung argumento niyang pangtanga. Alam mo natatawa talaga ako sa Nico David. Bakit? Di ba nung unang nagkasagupa tayo, hindi ba sinabi ko sa iyo, dapat ikaw na maging champion ng atheism para makakuha ka ng followers doon. Too late na yung ginagawa mo. Doon ka rin bumabalik sa sinabi kong gawin mo. Discuss it. Inquire. Make it your content. Ikaw yung champion. Ayaw mo. Kasi mataas yung following mo eh. Hindi ba sinabi ko sa yun unang salpuhan natin? Doon ka pa rin bumabagsak sa sinabi ko mismo. Hindi atheist pero non-believer ng Diyos. Di ba? Ang galing, di ba? Ang talino, di ba? Science teacher yan, di ba? Tingnan mo, i-debunk mo yung sarili mo dito. Tingnan mo.
Mga kaibigan, konting tugtugan muna. Actually, let's talk about daming mga influence. Wow, legs! At least nagpapangaral sa akin on what I do kung paano ako papaniwalaan ang God or anything like this.
Tamo paano ko paniniwalaan ng God on anything like this? Ano ba yung pinost sa'yo? Sabi mo, God save this country, di ba? That's a belief, tanga. You don't believe nga eh. Tapos sabihin mo, God save this country, tanga ka ba? Hindi daw siya atheist, line of 7. Tuloy mo na yung pagkasabing tama. Tingnan nyo.
Of this nature. Pero, let's put it all into context. Ano ba yung paniniwala ni Nico David?
Paniniwala mo magulo. Kasing gulo ng buhay mo. Wala kang kaibigan. Hindi meron naman si Melo Yap.
Okay? So, maganda siguro yun para maintindihan
Hindi,
niyo
kasing gulo ng kwarto mo.
side ko. Pero kung ayaw nyo namang makinig, i-dislike nyo na lang yung video tapos murahin nyo na lang ako dyan sa comment section.
Hindi, pwede naman i-debunk. Tamo. False dichotomy pa. Pwede ka namang i-debunk. Paniniwala mo nga, hindi naman mutual exclusive yun. Paniniwala mo nga, friends kayo ni attorney.
Let's go! Let's start!
Sobrang pangit.
So, mga kamads, mga kaibigan, definition of terms muna tayo. Kasi
ba't agnostic yan? Ba't di atheism ay ilagay mo? Definition of terms. Isipin mo, dyan mo kinuha. Mamaya papakita kita.
May sinasabi sa akin na
Ayan to.
atheist daw ako. I don't think so. Kasi
You don't think so? Why? Sige, why?
an atheist is someone who does not believe in the existence of any gods or gods. Okay? So, I don't think na atheist ako in the sense na I cannot prove or disprove God. However,
Proving it is a different matter, you stupid. Incompetent ka talaga sa logic. Kailangan mong ihiwala yung psychological way of believing and a proposition that is believed. Alam mo, apaka-late mo. Ang tagal ko ng content to, mukhang hindi mo pa rin gets. Yung psychological of believing, it doesn't matter, wala kaming paki sa'yo. Pwede mo nga paniwalaan trans ka? Belief yun, di ba? Ang problema sa'yo, napaka-incompetent mo sa philosophy, tinatakil mo pa. Napaka-incompetent mo. Bakit? Hindi mo paghiwala yung knowledge tsaka belief, magkahiwalay yun. Atheism is a belief. Agnosticism is talking about knowledge. Ito para pang grade 1 para sa'yo. Do you believe God exists? It's either yes or no. Do you know God exists? It's either yes or no. Nandun yung agnosticism. Kapag sabi mong yes, gnosticism yon. Kapag sabi mong no, agnosticism yon. Gets mo? Iba yung knowing, iba yung believing. Alam mo kung paano mo didibang sarili mo dito? Sa gravity. Ang galing mo. Si Andy ang atheist na nagse-celebrate ng Christmas, partida, iglesia. No, it doesn't matter to me kung ano yun. Kapag sinabi mong God save this country, ano ibig sabihin nun? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Naniniwala ka ba sa sinabi mo o hindi? So kung hindi ka naniniwala sa sinasabi mong yon, edi pwede namin sabihin na hindi ka naniniwala sa sinasabi mo lahat yon. Napaka-moronic, di ba? Baka iba meaning pag tinagalog para kay Andy. Tuloy natin.
However, there is a big but there. Mamaya itatalakayin natin yung idea ni Stephen Hawking when it comes to the existence of God. Sa tingin
Iba yung justification, iba yung believing. You can believe something without actually knowing it. Diba? Do you believe na mananalo ka sa kaso? Do you know it? Of course you don't know it. But you believe so, right? Yun lang yung difference, tanga. Ang incompetent mo talaga sa logic. Parang gender lang niya. Nag-e-enjoy din siya sa Adonis. Diba? Puro iwas ka kasi. Incompetent ka naman sa logic. Unearned confidence results to self-delusion. Pero himalabos kayo, nagre-reply na siya sa'yo sa FB. Napilitan siya. Hinamon ko siya eh. Yun, di ba? Iniwasan niya. Mahina talaga tong taon to. Ngayon magko-content ka na ng ganyan, matagal ko na sinabi sa'yo, gawin mo na. Hindi mo sinunod, wala na, too late ka na. Gusto mong kumuha ng followers, gusto mong di ba? Gusto mong mag-pivot. Tingnan natin yung mo. Tingnan natin kung talagang agnostic ka.
ko, mas malapit yung belief system ko sa agnosticism, okay?
Nakikita mo ba kung bakit may isim yan sa dulo? That's a practice. Alam mo ba may agnostic atheist? I don't believe in God and I don't know. I don't know or I cannot prove. I don't know. I don't believe and I don't know. Agnostic atheist. Agnosticism, kaya may ism yan sa dulo eh. Ibig sabihin, that's a discipline. Kung totoong agnosticism, yung sinasabi mo, dapat pati yung nagsasabing walang Diyos, kino-question mo, tanga. Ikaw yung nagsasabi ng fairy tale eh. That's a declaration of your position, stupid. Kung totoong agnosticism ka, kaya hindi natin i-argue mo na yung belief. Agnosticism lang ka mo, di ba? About knowledge. Eh di dapat dinidebunk mo rin yung mga nagsasabing God doesn't exist. Meron bang ganon? Wala, di ba? Di ba? Kasi nga hindi ka makakapagtagong sinungaling ka. Sinungaling ka lang talaga. Sinungaling ka lang talaga. Napakasinungaling mo simulat sa pool. Todo deny ka na atheist ka. Parang sa Yossi lang yan eh. Anong pagkakaiba ng atheist sa non-believer of God? Sige nga! That's a direct contradiction.
Is someone who neither believes nor disbelieves in the existence of
Agnostic who neither believes nor disbelieves in the existence of God or gods, right? For some reason, yan ang hinanap mo. Alam mo ba yung tinatawag na law of excluded middle? Law of excluded middle. Kasi nga incompetent ka sa logic. Ito. Ay, asan na yun? Ano nakalagay dyan? Yun mismong sinabi mo ang bawal. Neither true nor false. Neither believe, nor disbelieve or nor deny. Law of excluded middle doesn't give you that option. Yan mismong sinasabi mo, yan mismo yung bawal. Ano sabi mo? Ulitin natin ha.
Agnostic is someone who neither believes nor disbelieves in the existence of God.
Ano sabi law of excluded middle? Most of the premises that you will use in your proofs will be ones that you've chosen to correspond to things that are true in the problem domain you're working in. There is one premise, though, that we'll mention here because it's general and it's not frequently useful. It is law of excluded middle. In other words, for any statement, P, let's sabihin natin P, God exists. That's a proposition. Okay? Either it is true na God exists, or false, God doesn't exist. Either it or its negation must be true. There's nothing in the middle. And you don't believe exactly. Incompetent ka nga sa logic, kaya nga hindi ka makaharap sa akin sa debate eh. Kasi alam mo, susunugin kita. Ulitin natin ha. For any statement P, or let's say sabihin natin yung P is God exists. It's either God exists is true or false. Either it or its negation is not P. Okay, not P. Not. Paano mo i-negate yung God exists? God doesn't exist. Okay? Parang, bro, love mo ba ako? Neither. As sa scientific method, nga bobo ka. Philosophy pa kaya tanga ka. Grabe ka naman. Ulitin natin. Either it, ito yung P, ibig sabihin yung P, either it or its negation, ito yung not P. There's nothing in the middle. Yung sinasabi mo mismo is in the middle. Di ba? Incompetent ka talaga sa logic. Matagal ko na sinasabi sa iyan. That I can prove sa korte. That I can prove. Sue me on that. Then I will prove it to you. You are incompetent in logic. Lahat ng sinasabi mo, you literally violated law of excluded middle, dude. Because agnosticism is not about the belief. It's about the knowledge. Ayaw maniwala. O, ito. Punta tayo dito. Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. The The purpose of this entry to explore how atheism and agnosticism are related to theism, more importantly to each other. O, dito tayo. Definition of atheism. The word atheism is polysemous. It has multiple related meanings. In the psychological sense of the word. Psychological sense of the word. Not logical sense of the word. The word. You can actually believe that you're a trans. Do you know it? Can you prove it? No. You can believe that you are a woman trapped in a man's body. You believe it. But do you know it? Can you actually prove it? Proving it is different matter. Knowing it is different matter. And believing it is different matter. Kaya nga hiwala yung belief and knowledge. Ito napakasimple nito, hindi mo mag-gets. Ano lang yung mag-gets mo? Oh, atheism is a psychological state. Yan yung sinasabi mo ngayon. Specifically the state of being an atheist. Where an atheist is defined as someone who is not theist, and a theist is defined as someone who believes that God exists. Ito defined as someone who believes God exists. Ano negation yan? Someone who believes that God doesn't exist. Or pwede mo sabihin, as someone who doesn't believe that God exists. Buklogs talaga yan. This generates the following definition. Atheism is the psychological state of lacking the belief that God exists. In philosophy, however, and more specifically in the philosophy of religion, the term atheism is standardly used to refer to the proposition that God doesn't exist. You are confusing the psychological state sa a proposition being believed. That's why do sa copyright infringement mong kinomplain sa akin, tinulungan mo ko. Because you are incompetent in logic. Hindi mo alam, habang ina-argue mo yung point mo, ina-argue mo yung position ko. I guess, you cannot bend the truth kasi. Thus, to be an atheist on this definition, it doesn't suffice to suspend judgment on whether there is a God. Even though that implies a lack of theistic belief. Instead, one must deny that God exists. Do you deny God exists? Then why are you saying fairy tales? Because you are denying it. You're gonna prove it here. Same video mo. Ipoprove mo. Ha? Na hindi ka agnostic. Agnostic atheist ka. Ayaw mo ng atheist o di kamatis. Kamatis ka. An atheist who claims lack of belief and yet keeps talking about God. Kamatis. Kamatis na atheist. There it is, the original name of my channel. It's like a psychopath talking about the feelings they don't have. Kamatis. So, tama-tama. Kamatis yung tawag mo sa viewers mo, right? Tapos kamatis ka. Good. Kamatis na atis. Ayan, nakamatis nga. Dedicated para kay Andy. Sakto, di ba? Because may tinatawag tayong this is metaphysical sense of the word is preferred over the senses, including the psychological sense, not just by theistic philosophers, but many, though not all, atheists in philosophy as well. Miski philosophers, they know that you're stupid. I'm a simple person. I see Caillou, I watch him right away even if it's 2 a.m. na. Classic Caillou, bumalik ulit tayo sa pag-expose sa pagiging atheist ni Andy. Diba? Deny ka ng deny. Kung sabihin na, ang gusto mo bang i-argue dito, hindi naman ikaw yung magsasabi kung ano ako. So, hindi rin dapat yung korte magsasabi kung guilty ka. Right? Using the same logic. Right? Believing is for idiots, seeking is for intelligence. Ang bobo naman ng Sabaw Chronicles. How can you seek if you don't believe? Sige nga. How can you seek truth if you don't believe there is truth? Mahina. Sinabi ko na yan kay ano ito? Atheist Joy. Paano mo hanapin yung tatay mo kung hindi ka naniniwalang may tatay ka? Sige nga. Sige nga. Ang hina, dadali ka na lang sablay pa. Believe is different from, yeah, of course. Activity yung yung seeking. You seek what you believe, right? Do you seek what you don't believe? Seek your brain. Saan mo nabasa na quote card yan? Di ba? Alam mo talaga ito yung mga incompetent sa philosophy itong mga to. How can you seek truth if you don't believe there's truth? Sige nga, sabaw nga. Oo, sabaw nga. Makapaghanap nga ng unicorn. Paano mo hanapin yung pera kung hindi ka naniniwala na meron ka? No, not only that. Paano ka maghahanap ng pera kung you don't believe that pera exists? Kailangan mo munang maniwala bago ka mag-seek. That's a moronic quote. Kapag tayo, eto sa Sabaw Chronicles, alam mo talagang incompetent eh. Pare-parehas kayo ni Nico David eh. Na-appreciate nyo ba yung ginawa ni, yung Cartesian doubt? Na-appreciate nyo ba yon? Naintindihan mo ba yung ginawa ni René Descartes? Yung cogito ergo sum. Naintindihan mo ba yung point nun? Kung hindi mo naintindihan yung point nun, magsama kayo ni Nico David. Nasa name naman Sabaw. Di ba? Ang bobo. Parehas kayo ni Nico David. Oh. Tapos ano ang lusot nito? Oh, tingnan mo.
Kasi agnostic is someone who neither believes nor disbelieves in the existence of God.
Alam mo bakit? Because yung agnostic na yan, you're not getting it from the philosophical definition. Agnostic is different sa agnosticism. Agnosticism. As an atheist, what is quantifiable is for me the truth. So relative. So ano ka? Materialist ka. Materialist ka, empiricist. Che. So marami kang about numbers. So, okay. Che. Ang sabi mo, as an atheist, what is quantifiable is for me the truth. Okay, sabi mo, that's the truth. So, so for some reason, marami kang hindi pinaniniwalaan dapat, right? Like for example, na love. It's not quantifiable. Is it? Laws of logic. Exact science lang. There's no such thing as exact science. Come on, Che, parang outdated ka. Tamo, Che, ito. Think about it. Think about this. You have to believe in math in order na magkaroon ka ng exact. Not science. Math. Okay? Problem. Okay. The problem is, these numbers are real. But they don't exist. You have self-defeating ngayon yung empiricism mo. Love is quantifiable, you can create your own metric. So relativism, right? So there's no objectivity. Again, you're proving my point again. Love is quantifiable, you can create your own metric. So relativity. Relative. Diba? Relative truth. Tama ba? So, what truth sa'yo is relative. That's it, right? Tama ba, Che? So, question ko sa'yo, Che. No, it's not relative. Ha? Sabi mo, love is quantifiable. You can create your own metric. Can I actually create my own metric about God? Therefore, I can believe it. Then you must agree that it is real, right? That's self-defeating. Truth for me is what is measurable. Anything that is measurable is not truth, right? Sige, give me the last digit of pi. Che, give it to me. What is the last digit of pi? The value of pi. I'm waiting. I don't believe there's a God. Yeah, you keep saying that. Kaya ka nga atheist eh. Duh. What is the last digit of the value of pi? I'll wait. May mathematician na. Give me the exact value of an irrational number. I don't use pi, therefore it's not real. Tama? Tama ba, Che? So you don't use pi, therefore it's not real. Tama? Tama ba? Tama ba? Does it follow? Tama naman yung logic ko, no? Sa following your logic. Since it's not relevant in my existence. So anything that is relevant to your existence, that is measurable, that is true. Tama ba? That is truth. Nakuha ko ba? Nakuha ko ba? Baka ano yung definition eh. So, ito yung definition ng truth. Truth is whatever is relevant to your life, to your existence, and ano yung dalawa yun, di ba? Relevant to your existence and quantifiable. Tama? Who's gonna quantify it? You or the other scientist? So, tama ba ako? Following your logic. It must be you who quantify it, not the other scientists or whatever, right? So, in order for you to actually believe in biology, you have to do it yourself. Tama ba? Tama ba ako? Then, therefore, it's true. Tama ba? Tama ba? Tama ba, Che? Hindi, may faith din siya sa experts. Tarantado! No nonsense. May faith din siya sa experts. Okay. So, sabi mo kasi, unang-una, ang element is, it must be relevant to your existence. Right? And it must be quantifiable. Okay? Oh, that's fine. Yun ang definition ng truth. Anong gagawin natin, right? So, ngayon, my question is, who's gonna quantify it? The scientist or you? If you don't quantify it yourself, then therefore it's not true. It must be you who quantifies it, right? What exactly about biology? Be specific. So, you don't believe... How about How about evolution will make it easy for you? Will make it easy for you, Che. How about evolution? Can you quantify it? It must be relevant to your existence, right? right? It must be. Will make it easy for you. Again, if anyone can solve this would make you international famous. How do you ground epistemology without faith? Darwinism. So you believe in Darwin. Have you quantified it? Tell me. Have you quantified it? So you believe in Darwin. So faith in experts nga. No, hindi tayo pwedeng ganyan. Sa empiricist, hindi pwede yan. Pwede magagal si, David Hume. Magagal si David Hume yan, pare. Wag. Ganyan. Magagal si Daddy David yan. Hindi siya. Si David Hume. Magagal si Berkeley rin, no? San ka na sa baho? Naubusan ka na ng quote? Oo. Kabubuan naman kasi yung quote niya. Quantify love if there's true love. Ang problema, walang specific na true love. Sabaw talaga po. Huwag ka na makisali. Si Chen na lang. Huwag ka na makisali. Si Chen na lang. Nag-primary, secondary characteristic pa naman siya. Sabaw nga. Sabaw nga, gagi. Huwag na, si Chen na lang. Si Chen na lang. Si Chen na lang. Huwag ka na, ha? So, hindi ko matiis. Any system that uses waveform involves pi. Technology uses waveform. Paano hindi yung effective sa existence mo? Pero, kasi she can live without it. Yun siguro yung point niya sa, relevant sa existence niya. Like for example, yung ginagamit niya ngayon pang chat dito. Ayaw ko kung relevant yan. Shit. I'm confused right now. Che, have you quantified on how like the internet or network works? The point is you cannot get an epistemological ground without faith. Akit na, Che. Hindi dyan lang yan si Che. Matagal nang atheist na follower ko yan. Hindi, mga 3 months. 3 months yata, di ba, Che? Tama ba? Pero, tanong ko lang, na-quantify mo ba? Na-quantify mo ba on how the internet works? Network, information, his existence already involve wireless tech. Pero, hindi ko alam kung relevant sa existence ni Che yun, Hindi ko alam. Kasi pwede naman siya mabuhay ng wala yun, right? Actually, baka entertainment lang sa kanya to eh. Dali-dali ni nonsense, hindi talaga pwedeng walang faith. I'm a consumer, not a creator of tech. Pero that's irrelevant, Che. That's irrelevant. That's an irrelevant answer. It doesn't matter. You just said, anything that is true must be relevant to your existence and you can quantify it, right? Okay, it doesn't matter kung consumer ka or creator ka. Because I guess the point here is the creator relies on it. But you're not. You're not. So, self-defeating yung stance mo. Mapupunta ka sa Cartesian doubt. Mapupunta ka sa epistemic nihilism. Mapupunta ka sa epistemic nihilism dyan. Is your consumption of tech relevant to your existence? Yun yung point dito eh. Because of your definition, magiging epistemic nihilist ka dito. Epistemological nihilist ka. Yeah. Am I even real? Good morning, Kuya, and sa lahat. How about this, Che? Am I even real? Have you quantified me? Oh, shit. Here we go. Blue pill or red pill? Am I even real? Have you quantified me? Think about it. I told you, babagsak ka sa epistemological nihilism sa gusto mong yan. Maganda rin yung may ganito eh. Nagiging healthy kasi nililinaw. What? Anong what? Am I even real? Have you quantified me? Am I even real? Do I exist? Explain. Sabi na babagsak sa nihilism eh. Nihilism talaga bagsak niyan. Yeah. Existentialism pa yung what's the point. Yeah. Mapupunta ka sa ginawa mismo ni René Descartes. What if all your experience is just artificials? Yeah. Ganto, Che. Ganto, Che. How do you... Yes, I have quantified you. That's why I'm here. No, that's not quantification. That's a claim, dude. Ito na lang, Che. Ito lang, Che. How do you escape the brain in a vat problem? What makes you think that whatever it is that around you is real? What if you're just a brain in a vat? Can you quantify that? Think about it. What if you're just somewhere, just a brain, and then there's everything na everything na ano, may nagko-control sa'yo doon. How do you escape that? Last Thursdayism. Alam mo yung by meaning quantifiable? I don't deal with complexities. Life is too short. Then don't invoke quantifiable, dude. If you don't deal with complexities, don't mention quantifiable. That's where the complexities began. Nagets mo ba? Nagets mo ba, che? If you don't want to deal with complexities, don't mention quantifiable. Wala na masyado. Gets mo na? Oh. Pag sinabi mong, ba't ka quantify? Kaya nga. Kapag suko siya, oo. Kasi sabi ko sa iyo, lahat talaga, mapupunta ka sa epistemological nihilism dito. Quantifiable ba ang mga what ifs? Hindi, sabaw ka talagang bobo ka, no? Ang point nga dito, baka ito yung what if eh. Baka nga ako yung what if. Yung anong mong what if, yun nga yung point dun, bobo, sabaw ka talagang tanga ka. Quantifiable ba ang what if? Eh, yun nga yung point. So you cannot quantify what if this is the what if. Tanga. I said in my world, everything must be measured, no waste of energy. No, hindi mong maano yung pi eh. Value of pi. Marami kang hindi paniniwalaan dapat. Pero you don't act like it. So, anyway. Sabaw talaga. Ito nga yung point eh. Ikaw nga yung what if, tanga. Bobo! Pagsama kayo ni Nico David. Oh.
Kasi nga, in my beliefs nor disbeliefs in the exist.
Tanong nga eh, what if? Ikaw nga yung what if. Ikaw nga yung what if. Hindi mo magets talaga, no? Pag sabaw ka talaga, hindi mo magigets eh. Quantifiable ba yung what if? Ikaw nga yung what if. Everything around you nga is yung what if, tanga.
Existence of God. Kasi nga, in my humble opinion, mga kamats, mga kaibigan, hindi ko kayang i-prove or disprove kung merong Diyos.
Oh. Okay, sabi mo yan ha. So, ganito yan. Ganito yan. So, sabi mo, hindi mo kayang i-prove or i-disprove kung may Diyos. Right? So, ang argument mo, agnostic ka because of that. Right? Unang-una, it has nothing to do with if you can prove it or not. Okay? That's a different topic. It doesn't matter if you can prove something or not. We're just talking about the belief. Oh, search mo, coherence theory of truth. Yun lang. Search mo yun, para hindi ka magmukhang tanga dyan. It doesn't matter. Your belief is different on how you're going to prove it. Pwede yan eh. Pwede kang maniwala na bilog ang mundo, no? Pero you don't know how to prove it. Can you actually prove it? I don't think so. You are going to appeal to authority. To say, here it is. Here's the camera. Pero ang question is, can you prove it? Do you know it? Okay? So sabi mo, you cannot disprove or prove ang Diyos. That's why you're an agnostic. May question ako sa iyo. The agnostic gravities ka rin. Oh, tingnan mo bakit.
Ibig sabihin nun, I cannot definitely prove kasi
Definitely prove. So, sabi mo you cannot definitely prove. That's why you're an agnostic, right? So agnostic gravities ka rin. Pumasok sa philosophical topics nang walang ka-basic-basic man lang na concept tong si Carly. Kaya nga nagmumukhang tanga eh.
Kulang ang logic kasi to prove
Kulang ang logic, hindi mo nga alam ang basic logic. Puro ka claim na kulang yung logic. Simple syllogism nga hindi mo makuha. Modus ponens, modus tollens. Disjunctive syllogism, hindi mo alam. Sabihin mo kulang yung logic. Anong alam mo? Kwento mo sa amin itsura. Tunog, pakiramdam, lasa, amoy, graviton. Nag-filter pala yan. Nag-filter yan.
that there is existence of God, especially if you are if meron kang naging ako kasi ang background ko kasi sa education ko is science. So pag sa science kasi you have to do yung scientific method to determine if there is a
Ano yung scientific method? Scientific method mo, pseudoscience.
God or not. Hindi kulang yung logic lang. Actually, it fails.
Hindi kulang yung logic lang. Tanga, mag-research ka. Saan ba nakatayo ang scientific method? Sa logic din. Kaya nga nakakapag-experiment sila eh. Kaya nga pag nag-experiment sila, doon sa hypothesis nila, binabangga nila yung empirical. Kapag taliwas, doon sa hypothesis nila, yung empirical data, it means there's a contradiction or mali. Tama? Falsified. Hindi pwede maging tama sila at maging tama din yung empirical evidence na salungat sa sinasabi nila. Nakatayo kayo sa logic. Mahina lang talaga. Kasi alam mo bakit? Alam mo bakit? Incompetent ka kasi sa logic. Even science is standing on logic. Physics major ka pa niyan, ha? Sige nga, yung ginagamit mo pang compute, saan ba nakatayo yun? Sa logic. Mahina ka lang talaga. Incompetent ka lang talaga sa logic. Kita mo, yung basis dapat ng pinag-aaralan mo is yan. Yung talaga pinaka-foundation yung logic. Hindi mo pinag-aralan. Kinalimutan mo. Kaya nagkanda leche-leche. Pati yung mga scientific method mong leche. Process of elimination. Si Meiko. Sablay. Mahina kasi sa logic. Falsification principle.
Sa maraming bagay. Kasi merong mga bagay sa mundo na very counterintuitive.
Ibig sabihin, kailangan mong gamitan ng logic. Tanga! Tamo ha?
Maraming bagay. Kasi merong mga bagay sa mundo na very counterintuitive.
How do you solve counterintuitive? Through logic. Tanga. Kaya nga may tinatawag na veridical paradox. Maraming counterintuitive talaga na bagay-bagay. Kaya hindi ka pwede mag-rest on intuition and common sense. Kino-conflate na naman niya logic at common sense. Tama. Counterintuitive. Kaya nga kailangan mo ng logic. Kasi nga counterintuitive siya. Masosolve mo lang yon, makikita mo talaga yon kung ano nangyayari doon kung ilalagay mo sa paper and you will solve it logically. Mahina.
Ibig sabihin, you have to do experimentation to
sabi natin na experiment ka. Sabi natin sabi ni MG, ano ka daw? Ano ba? Biggest talunan. Biggest talunan daw, sabi ni MG. Okay. So ngayon, lahat ng gawin mo, panalo ka. So, how do we solve it? Tama ba yung hypothesis, yung biggest talunan o hindi? Okay, sabihin mo, hindi, mali si MG. Hindi ako biggest talunan kasi lahat ng hinawakan ko, lahat ng ginawa ko, successful ako. Okay, how do you prove yung sinabi niya ay mali? You will use logic. Mahina. Yan criticism ko sa education ng mga teacher natin sa Pinas. Wala silang expertise sa subject matter like math and science, kaya kulang sila on how science and math works and real life application. How do you prove it? Yung sinabi ni MJ ay mali sa kung ano meron ka. You will rely on what? The law of non-contradiction. Hindi ka pwede maging successful at talunan at the same time and in the same sense, right? Logic again. Ikaw lang naman yung makapalang mukha na sobrang yabang mo. Akala mo kaya mong takasan yung logic. Hindi. Miski science nakatayo sa logic. Search mo. Quine. Quine said it. Kaya nga sabi, okay, yes, nakatayo ang science sa logic. Gusto niyang ihiwalay yung logic tsaka science. But the problem is, he couldn't. So, ang ginawa niya lang, since, sa inductive kasi tayo kaya napunta yung kay Popper Since inductive ang ginagamit natin, alisin natin yan kasi ano siya, parang quilt of guesswork na lang yan Para tayong wala tayong pagkakaiba sa mga chismosa, parang ganon. Gawin natin, we don't claim it's inductive. We only claim it's deductive. That's still logic, tanga. Nakabase lahat yan sa logic, dun tayo magko-conclude Tama. Mahina. Tanggi siya ng tanggi kasi sa logic, kasi mahina siya doon. Di mag-aral ka, at apakatamad mo. Mag-aral ka.
Determine that, okay? And, pero I'm not saying na dahil hindi ako naniniwala sa Diyos, ay dapat na rin kayong hindi kayo maniwala.
Oh, akala ko ba hindi ka atheist? Ba't mo sinasabing hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos? Di ba? Huling-huli ka, nilalaglag mo sarili mo, tanga. Kasi sabi mo lang hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos. Oh.
Dahil hindi ako naniniwala sa Diyos, ay dapat na rin kayong hindi kayo maniwala.
Oh, akala ko ba agnostic ka? Diba? Ang tanga. Back to zero naman si Andy. Kasi sabi mo lang hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos One after another ang putik. Ayan, ulitin mo.
Or dahil that, okay? And, pero I'm not saying na dahil hindi ako naniniwala sa Diyos, ay dapat na rin kayong hindi kayo maniwala. Maniwala sa Diyos. Hindi ako naniniwala sa Diyos. Englishin natin. I don't believe in God. Putya naman, Belief. Naniniwala. Si Andy yung atheist na nagjujus ko po. Baka iba Diyos niya. Ang gulo niya kausap. I don't believe in God, pero God bless this country. Di ba? Di atheist nga. Di ba? Love niya kasi yung Pope, kaya hindi siya atheist. Pati nga si Comics Man, binara siya dun Just say it straight na atheist ka. Nico David like Che. Di ba si Che? Ayun Sabi sa'yo kayo may problema sa translation niya si Andy. Iba meaning pag Tagalog. Di ba? Kasi sabi mo lang in Tagalog. Ito, ulit natin. Dahil hindi ako naniniwala. And, pero I'm not saying na
I'm not saying
hindi ako naniniwala sa
because I don't believe
Diyos,
in God.
Dapat na rin kayong hindi kayo maniwala.
So you shouldn't believe in God too. Tanga? Ikasasabi mo lang Hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos. O yun yung ibig sabihin ng atheist, tanga. Yan, Andy, kakasama mo yan kay Melo Yap. Hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos, Andy. Nako, God save the Philippines. Ikaw, hindi, debunk mo rin sarili mo. 3 minutes pa lang yan, no? Anak ng tokwa ka naman.
You are free to believe what you want to believe. Okay? So, ilay down muna natin yan na kung agnostic ba ako or atheist. Para
Agnostic atheist ka nga kasi hindi mo alam at di ka naniniwala. Agnostic atheist ka. Ang controlling doon yung agnostic ay yung atheist, hindi yung agnostic. Agnosticism is hiwalay. Hindi ka pwede magsabing hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos. Hindi mo pwede sabihin fairy tale yung isang yung claim ng Diyos ng isang religion. Hindi ka pwede magsalita ng kahit ano. Baka siguro akala niya sa God ng Catholics ang application yung atheism.
ma-clear. Now, kung may mag-i-insist pa rin na atheist ako, I don't give a fuck about you anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, we know. Kasi you're stupid. You're incompetent in logic.
Ang kulit mo eh. Di ba? Sinasabi ko na nga sa'yo eh.
Na ano?
Kasi nga hindi ko kayang i-prove o prove. Kaso,
Ibang usapan yung pagpo-prove. I cannot prove logically that God exists too. I cannot do that. Deductively, I cannot do that. It has nothing to do with my belief. May iba pa bang tawag sa hindi naniniwalang may Diyos? Theos. Negation yun ng Theos eh. Sobrang confusing ba, Nico? Tahana, Andy. Huwag ka na iyak. Accept L lang kasi. No one can prove anything without faith. Iba yung you can prove at iba yung belief mo. Pwede ka maniwala pero hindi mo mapoprove. Kaya nga faith eh. Exactly. Tamo papakita niya rin sa atin yung faith niya. Tama.
so, yung modern kasi natin, modern paradigm natin of science does not really require na may Diyos.
Hindi ka atheist. Pero ginagamit mo yung justification na it doesn't require the existence of God. So, hindi ka atheist nun. Tanga. Gina-justify mo, ginagamit mo yung justification na it doesn't require God eh. O di atheist ka, tanga! Nag-a-agree ka ba it doesn't require? O kung nag-a-agree ka it doesn't require, o di atheist ka? Ano mahirap intindihin doon? Tanga.
Let's go there kasi ito yung point of view ni Steve.
Tama sabi mo So, ang God mo, Stephen Hawking. Hindi, ganito. Sabi mo, agnostic ka. No, agnostic ka. Kasi hindi mo kayang i-prove if God exists or God doesn't exist, right? Sabi mo. Therefore, agnostic ka. At di ka naniniwala sa Diyos. Pero hindi ka atheist. Pero hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos. Yun yung reason. Ito. Ito. Kasi sabi mo, you cannot prove definitely, right? Ito.
Stephen Hawking.
Wow, legs! Explanation is
Stephen Hawking lang narinig. Tapos hindi daw siya atheist.
there is direct found realism.
Ano sabi ni Stephen
no
Hawking,
one directs our fate.
No one directs our fate. That's a claim, right? Ulit natin. Ayan.
Explanation
And it's my view that the simplest explanation is
is there is no God.
there is no God. That's the very definition of atheist. That's a claim. Naandun ka sa negation ng God exists. There is no God. there is God. So, atheist ka. Kung nag-agree ka sa conclusion na yan, kung nag-agree ka sa sinasabi ni Stephen, apakasimple. Atheist ka tanga. Ayan o, there is no God. Do you agree with that? O di atheist ka? Tanga.
No one created the
No one created the universe.
universe, and no one directs our fate.
And no one directs our fate.
This leads me to a profound realization. There is probably no heaven, and no afterlife either.
Okay, so kung hindi nyo kilala si Stephen Hawking, siya yung isa sa mga proponents ngayon ng modern physics. And well, GG na siya. He's dead. Now, he is saying that there is no God because everything in the universe can be explained under the three concepts.
Teka. Can be explained. Dito, ilalaglag niya yung sarili niya. Ilalaglag niya yung sarili niya dito. Tama.
In science. General relativity by Albert Einstein, GR. Quantum mechanics, and then ano pa yung isa, gravity. Now, ang hindi lang natin kasi gets ngayon kasi each of these individual
Hindi lang daw natin gets
paradigms in science, hindi pa sila integrated, hiwa-hiwalay pa sila.
Okay.
General relativity answers the very very fast and the very very fast and the very very big. Okay, quantum mechanics naman is the science of the very 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 small, as in
Okay.
we are talking about
Guarded pala yun na probably no God. Kasi scientific siya di ba?
mas mali, yung microscopic pa sa microscopic, kasi
okay,
pag
okay na,
microscopic
sige na, let's
yan.
go.
And gravity naman still a mystery in the
So gravity is still a mystery. And yet, that's your justification na it doesn't require God for some reason. Sabi mo kanina, you cannot prove and disprove God. That's why you're an agnostic. Ngayon, gravity is still a mystery and you believe it. Agnostic gravities ka? Bobo? Apakasinungaling mo kasi? Ikaw nagsabi, it's still a mystery. Yan yung buong kinapitan mo para sabing there's no God. Ang kinapitan mo, mystery. He just remove God and replace it with another one. Nice one, Andy. Ulitin natin,
kasi pag microscopic, higante pa yung si Ant-Man kumpara mo.
Sabi niya kanina, di ba? Hindi niya kasi kayang patunayan na God exists or God doesn't exist. Hindi niya raw kayang patunayan eh. Kaya raw, agnostic siya. Pero hindi ka agnostic sa gravity. Kasi mystery yung gravity. Ano ka? Agnostic gravities ka na rin. Ganun ba? Hindi ata binanggit ni Andy na Stephen Hawking is a friend of mine. Nagkaka-chat kami about God.
Doon scopic. Kasi pag microscopic, higante pa yung si Ant-Man kumpara mo doon sa mga quantum particles na yan. And gravity naman, still a mystery in the sense na we know that it's just the curvature of space-time, but it is still not fully understood.
Pero for some reason, you believe it. For some reason, you rely on it na same sila ng standing na you cannot prove God. Pero hindi ka agnostic scientist. O hindi ka agnostic science believer. Hindi ka agnostic physicist. Pero hindi ka atheist. Pero hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos kasi you cannot prove. Pero this, you cannot prove. It's a mystery. You're not an agnostic physicist. Hindi ka naman pala physicist talaga. So, gano'n ba? Nakita mo kung paano mo dinurog yung sarili mo? Nakita mo yung kasinungalingan mo? Ilang beses mo sinabing hindi ka naniniwala sa Diyos, wag na rin kayo maniwala. Sinabi mo non-believer ka. Ano pagkakaiba sa atheist? Atheos is a negation of theos. With God, without God. Do you have a God? Do you have God? No! Right? Then you're an atheist. Tapos ang usapan. Mahina ka kasi sa logic. Isipin mo, gravity. Etong general relativity and quantum mechanics ay nakirely sa gravity. Tapos yung gravity mo, mystery. Pero naniniwala ka sa dalawa. O di tanga ka, atheist ka talaga.
I do not identify myself as an atheist. Ako po ay isang non-believer ng Diyos.
Very good, Nico David.
Yeah. Teka lang, pag-iiwain, ano raw? Ang gulo ng logic, araw-araw. You came online to make your stand, to make it clear. Pero yung sinabi mo, the biggest contradiction of the year. Let's break it down. Sabi mo, I'm not an atheist, okay, sige, I get it. Tapos ang kasunod, I'm an unbeliever, wait a minute. Pero anong pinagkaiba? Paki-explain. You're playing with words, a futilist semantic game. Check the dictionary, di naman yan sobrang deep ang adil, say without God. Basic yan, baka you're asleep. You built a whole new sentence just to say the same damn thing. Trying to sound profound, pero yung bell, it doesn't ring. Naguguluhan ka sa sarili mong stand. Umiikot-ikot, lost in your own little land. You say you're agnostical, that's about what you know. But you don't believe, bro, that's atheism on the low. Huwag kang magtago sa term na kalala mo shield. You're an agnostic atheist, the truth has been revealed. Hindi ka fence-sitter, wala ka sa gitna. Kung di ka naniniwala, atheista ka, tanggapin mo na. Second point, your agnosticism is a logical mess. Neither believe nor disbelieve, that's a definite no, not a yes. Wala kang pwesto sa gitna, yan ay fallacy. It's law of excluded middle, basic philosophy. Puma forma kappa with Hawking and quantum mechanics. Dropping big words, parang dumaan sa mathematics. You explained it also well, why God is not required. Tapos sa dulo sasabihin, my position's not inspired. You gave us all the reasons for a rational non-belief, then slapped on a different label for your own relief. Naguguluhan ka sa sarili mong stand. Umiikot-ikot, lost in your own little land. You say you're agnostical, that's about what you know. But you don't believe, bro, that's atheism on the low. Huwag kang magtago sa term na kalala mo shield. You're an agnostic atheist, the truth has been revealed. Hindi ka fence-sitter, wala ka sa gitna. Kung di ka naniniwala, atheista ka, tanggapin mo na. Tapos nung naipit, biglang abogado ang dating. Nang nagkorna sa logic, konstitusyon ang kinuko mo, pre. Article 3, Section 5, freedom of belief. That's a different topic, man, a total red herring, good grief. Walang umaaway sa karapatan mo, that's not the point at all. Ang issue dito ay ang logic mo that's about to fall. You ran from the definition, lumipat ng arena. Cause you know your argument has more holes than a hyena. So here's the lesson for today, the final simple truth. You're free to not believe in your age or in your youth, but don't twist the definitions, wag mo nang paikutin. A non-believer is an atheist, kahit anong sabihin. Your science is sound, your legal rights are true, but your self-identification, sorry, that ain't you. Agnostic atheist, it is what it is. Class dismissed.